Good morning, everybody. I'm Marc Johnson. This is the Good Morning Show with Marc Johnson. It is 6:07 in the morning. It's a little bit cold outside. It's about 40 degrees, 43. And today, we're just going to talk because I have nothing else to talk about. So I know that there was that the Turkey did an airstrike on coalition forces in Iraq and Syria, but no U.S. troops were harmed in any way. Only the PKK, which is the Syrian Kurdish force, which the Turkeys have been an enemy with for a very long time, and a couple of the Iraq Kurdish forces were killed as well. And the Iraq Kurds blamed the Syrian Kurds for it happening in the begin with, but they do condemn Turkey, and so does the U.S. The U.S. is sending a warning to Turkey about this because the U.S. was given an advance warning that Turkey was going to do an airstrike and to get all U.S. forces out of the Kurdish area. So, at least no U.S. troops was harmed, or we may actually be at war today. To be honest, I think it was the stupidest idea Turkey could ever do to bomb coalition forces that's fighting against ISIS. Turkey as well is fighting against ISIS. If it wasn't for the Kurds, there would be a whole bunch of refugees coming into Turkey like there was before the fighting started. We are now, ever since we put the refugees is getting slower and slower because there is more territory that's not in the war and that's safe for refugees to hide out for now. But if Turkey keeps on the way it's going, the Kurds are just going to let those refugees back in, and we have a mess on our hands. And the U.S. is very, very mad at Turkey for doing this because the simple fact is, how can you bomb somebody that's fighting against ISIS? They are helping win the war against the war on terror. How could somebody do that? I don't know. This report comes days after Donald Trump announced that he congratulated the Turkey president on his win of election, which could be corrupt. Who knows? But I look at it this way. Before Donald Trump's term comes up, we'll probably be in a war with either North Korea or, hell, Russia for that matter. But that's just my opinion. But, anyways, it's a good morning. It's a little chilly out, but it may be warming up. Hang on, let me check something. Yeah, it's 54 in Almar Heights right now. It is supposed to be 71 today. Thursday will be 80 degrees. Friday, 76. Saturday, 72. And Sunday, 68. So we're looking at a pretty good week so far. Especially Thursday. Thursday's going to be 80 degrees, guys. Break out the fans and shorts and short sleeves. Going to be one good day, Thursday. But today we have a pretty good day. It's going to be 71. Some clouds. It's going to be sunny throughout. Starting out at 4 o'clock. It'll be 69. Probably before then. But it'll start getting more sunnier out and everything like that. But yeah, our day's looking pretty good so far. But yeah, all in all, a good day. I mean, there's not really much politics besides, stuff going on with Trump over his presidency and stuff, of how good he's doing and how bad he's doing. Like how do voters feel, the ones that voted for Trump, how do they feel that Donald Trump really isn't getting anything done because Congress is stonewalling him? Because, like the wall, Congress does not want that wall, neither do we, because the fact is, it's going to have to come out of our taxes, for one. Can you imagine if we built that wall and how bad our taxes are going to rise? Oh, I tell you what. We already have a wall there. Fix up the holes that's in the wall. Give me a break. But I'm going to tell you right now, I could care less. I don't have an opinion on illegal immigration because the simple fact is they're trying to make a better country. And I don't know how Americans can argue saying that, oh, the Mexicans are here and they don't do good at anything. The Mexicans do the job the Americans don't want to do, like picking strawberries. I don't see an American going to go down there for about 8 to 6 hours picking up strawberries, bending down, picking up strawberries from the bushes and stuff like that. I don't see an American doing that for 12 to 6 hours a day. No, I don't think so. They do the jobs we don't want to do. So, good for them. Really, good for them. They want to work. Americans, they'll just sit down and collect goddamn welfare. No offense to any American, but it's true. I speak the truth. How many people are on welfare and they can work? Give me a break. I just rant. I have, But, yeah, it's crazy, though. I mean, like, really. I'm going to talk about this issue. I really want to talk about this because if you sit down and look at the projections of how many Americans are on welfare that can work, but they have a disability that makes them so they can't work, quote unquote. I mean, yes, there are Americans out there, U.S. citizens like me, that cannot work because of their disabilities. Yes, okay. But before you put people like that on welfare, check them out. Make sure they can't work. And then, well, hell, if the people can't work, they're on disability, they're so bad they can't work, we'll give them I'll give them money out of my own pocket because I'm like that. But you got a person sitting that's on welfare and who can work but chooses not to? How is the state making that right? They're not. I mean, Obama at least tried to. Trump hasn't even discussed what he's going to do about welfare and, how he's going to make it better for people. Like food stamps. You got food stamp fraud all out here. People claiming that they need food stamps and making their budget less when they actually get more than they do. Like, I know a friend of mine, his wife just got 3 felony charges of food stamp and welfare fraud. A perfect example right there. Because she didn't put her husband down, him, and he makes almost $30,000 a week in the summertime. So it's like, what's going on here? But her husband didn't know. Which I find that interesting, but that's okay. I'm not one to judge. Then again, I am. But it just amazes me how well the government and state don't really think about what they're doing. I mean, I love the United States. I really do. This country is my country. I'd do anything for this country. But we tend to think that most Americans, you know, they have integrity. They use their integrity. But a lot of Americans will lie just to how do I want to put it? Just to fuck the system, basically. Excuse my friends. Basically. Which is not right, because then you're taking people who pay taxes, and the taxes that we pay go to welfare people. What's that be used for? Like, I use another example. I know a person, okay? This person, well, at least I knew this person. I don't even, don't get me wrong. This person is long gone, but I knew a person who had food stamps, had welfare, and she spent it on going to the clubs and stripping at a strip club for people. And she spent it on all these. Well, you know what? I am gonna. All these thugs for all their fucking food and goddamn clothes and shit. And never once did she give a single goddamn dime to her dying mother. Her mother's okay today. A person loyal to her mother saved her life, basically. Let's just put it that way. But it just shows to you how ignorant and how selfish and greedy we Americans can be. Now, I don't mean to offend anybody. I really don't. I just don't understand how we can be so ignorant sometimes in life. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm ignorant myself. I can be selfish sometimes, even greedy. But I am changing my ways. I give back to communities. I donate. When I have money in my pocket and I'm stopping at a store and they have a donation thing, I take about at least $2 out, put in a donation thing. That's what every American should do. I mean, yeah, maybe if you don't have the money next week, yeah, okay, I get. Yeah, don't do it. I mean, it's not. If you don't donate, who cares, really? I mean, they're going to get their money one way or another. Hell, they can get the government to do it. But if you happen to have spare change, just go out like when you're in McDonald's and you're buying McDonald's and there's a Ronald McDonald change thing, which you usually are, just dropping a penny could make a difference, you know? Any amount of money can make a difference when you're donating to somebody. Like, go online, donate to Humane Society, donate to Wounded Warrior Project, donate to anything that's a worthy cause and that actually works, you know, helps people. But yeah, it's really interesting how people can be really so ignorant, and I don't understand it. Well, I do, but I don't. I can be sometimes. At least that's what my family says. Funny story. But, yeah, it just gets to me. I mean, it really does. But my job is to inform you guys. But now my show is taking a little more. I want to incorporate my life and my situations into the show. And everything that's happening around the world, my opinions on it, into the world. That's what I want to do for you guys, you know? And I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to be one of those people to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether anybody likes it or not. Because when I speak the truth, it's the damn truth. It really is. Some people may not like it. Well, guess what? The truth is not for everybody. Let me tell you something.